Have you ever noticed that your pain feels worse when you're stressed? Maybe it's a busy day at work, or you had an argument with a family member, or you're worrying about what the future holds, and suddenly your knees, hips, or lower back feel stiffer, more painful, and harder to move. Many people may think that joint pain only comes from wear and tear, cartilage breakdown, or aging. But what if I told you that stress, the kind that lives in your mind and your body, can actually make your osteoarthritis pain worse? This isn't just a theory. Research shows that people with higher stress levels often report more pain, more stiffness, and more fatigue compared to people who manage stress better. And it's not just in your head. Stress has real physical effects on your body. It can trigger inflammation, tighten your muscles, and even interfere with your sleep, all of which can make osteoarthritis worse. So in this video, I'm going to uncover the surprising connection between stress and your joint pain. We'll look at the science of how stress impacts your body, we'll break down the cycle that keeps stress and pain feeding each other, and I'll give you practical tools that you can start using today to lower your stress, calm your body, and reduce your pain. And trust me, these are things you can do right from your own home. Now before we dive in, let me quickly introduce myself. I'm Naz, an osteoarthritis health and fitness coach, and I help people with osteoarthritis reduce pain, regain mobility, build strength, and take back control of their lives. Now I know from working with clients all over the world that osteoarthritis isn't just about the joints themselves, it's about the whole person. And one of the biggest missing pieces when people try to manage a condition is the role of stress. That's why today I want to shine a spotlight on this hidden factor. Because if you're doing everything you can, you're exercising, maybe you're watching your diet, you're trying to stay active, but your pain just isn't improving. Stress could be that missing link. And by the end of this video, you'll not only understand why stress matters, but you'll also have a clear action plan to start managing it. So let's start off with the basics. Stress is your body's natural alarm system. When something stressful happens, maybe you're running late or you get bad news, your body switches into what's called the fight or flight mode. It pumps out hormones like adrenaline and cortisol to prepare you to face that threat. Now, short bursts of stress are actually useful. They give you energy, help you focus, and prepare you to take action. But the problem is that in today's world, most of us are not dealing with short bursts. We're dealing with constant daily stressors, from work, from family responsibilities, from financial worries, and from living with chronic pain itself. And when your body is under constant stress, those hormones never really switch off. So what happens when cortisol and adrenaline stay high for too long? For one, they trigger inflammation in the body. And inflammation is a key driver of osteoarthritis pain. Think of inflammation as your body's fire alarm system. When it's working properly, it helps you heal. But when it's switched on all the time, it's like a fire alarm that won't stop ringing. And it irritates your joints, increases swelling, and makes pain signals louder. Another effect of stress is muscle tension. When you're stressed, your muscles tighten up. Maybe you clench your jaw, hunch your shoulders, or feel a knot in your back. This muscle tension isn't just uncomfortable, it actually creates more pressure on your joints. For example, if your quadriceps and hamstring muscles are tight, your knee joint has to absorb more stress. And if your hip muscles are locked up, the joint gets compressed and irritated. And over time, this can make stiffness and pain feel much worse. And then there's sleep. Stress is one of the biggest sleep disruptors. Maybe you've had nights where you're lying in bed, your mind is racing, and you just can't switch off. The problem is, when you don't sleep well, your body's tolerance drops. In fact, studies show that even a single night of poor sleep can make people more sensitive to pain the next day. And if you're living with osteoarthritis, that sensitivity can turn a dull ache into a sharp pain. So if we put this all together, here's what we get. Stress raises inflammation, it tightens your muscles, it ruins your sleep, and all of that makes your pain worse. And then of course, the pain itself creates more stress. That's the vicious cycle many people are stuck in. Stress leads to pain leads to more stress, and around it goes. So what can you do about it? The good news is you can break the stress pain cycle with some simple daily practices. The first tool is breathing. Stress puts your body in a fight or flight mode, and deep slow breathing can help switch it off. Find a technique that works for you, and doing it just a few minutes a day can calm your nervous system and reduce muscle tension. The second is movement. A lot of people think resting helps, but with osteoarthritis, too much rest can actually make things worse. Gentle exercise like walking, yoga, or even Tai Chi can help lower stress hormones, loosen stiff joints, and release endorphins, your body's natural painkillers. Even 10 minutes a day makes a difference. The next is strength training. This not only builds muscles to support your joints, but also lowers stress by boosting confidence. When you feel stronger and more capable, like being able to climb stairs or stand from a chair without pain, your stress and fear around movement naturally go down. Another big factor is sleep. Stress often keeps people awake, but poor sleep increases pain sensitivity. That's why building a good sleep habit is so important. Stick to a consistent bedtime, keep your room dark and cool, and wind down with light stretching or journaling instead of scrolling on your phone. Finally, we can't ignore mindset. Negative thoughts like "I'll never get better" create stress and keep the cycle going. Try reframing. Instead of saying "I can't exercise," say "I'm learning how to exercise in a way that works for me." Even small habits like writing down 3 things you're grateful for can shift your stress response and improve resilience. So let's recap. Stress isn't just in your head. It has real physical effects on your joints, raises inflammation, it tightens your muscles, it disrupts your sleep, and all of that can make your osteoarthritis worse. But you don't have to stay stuck in the stress pain cycle. By practicing deep breathing, moving your body, building strength, improving your sleep, and shifting your mindset, you can calm your nervous system and take back control of your pain. Now, if this video was helpful, don't stop here. I've created some resources to guide you even further. They'll be the first link in the description below. And of course, make sure to give this video a like and subscribe to this channel so you don't miss future videos on how to manage osteoarthritis naturally, build strength, and get back to a life you love. And before you go, I'd love to hear from you. What's the biggest source of stress in your life right now? And how does it affect your joints? Leave a comment down below. Your story might just help someone else feel less alone. And with that, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.